Okay, good morning everyone. So I am heading out of the Dunkswell area. I'm down near the Abbey at the moment, my Airbnb. Heading out, and I'm gonna go for a bit of a road trip, a day trip, but a road trip. My first point is I'm gonna head over to Exmouth and go over to have some breakfast by the sea. And from there, I'm going to continue west, have a few points of interest to check out, if I can find them. Hopefully I can find them with the help of Google, of course. But I'll be driving through Dartmoor and heading over to Lands End. Okay, so I stopped in, kind of look at the beach. Sun's coming out, which is very nice. Got myself a cappuccino and a sausage roll for breakfast. Not going to spend too long here, just to have a bite to eat, and then I'll head back on the road. Like I said, there's quite a few places I'd like to check out today, so a lot to do. Okay, so I've made it. I'm in Dartmoor National Park, and I'm heading up to an archaeological site known as Grimspound. So yeah, got a bit of a hike up the hill, and yeah, let's check it out. Got a couple very cool looking beasts up ahead. So what we have here is a giant ring of stones, and just walked past a entryway towards the center, but I see another entry a little higher up, so I'm gonna head up there. Maybe we'll be able to get a better idea of the shape of the structure. Had a little read about the place, but yeah, my jet-lagged brain, travel exhausted brain, forgets 3/4 of it. So maybe I'll add a little write-up kind of thing on the side to tell a little bit about where I am. That way it'll be a little bit more accurate. But yeah, let's try to have a good look. So there's two hills. So there's the site down at the bottom, and then there's the two hills. I'm going up one right now to get the view, and then what I think I'll do is I'll cross over to the other side there. I don't know if it's a natural stone formation or if it's man-made, but it looks cool and definitely worth having a look at before I drive away. So this, like I said, is Dartmoor National Park. It's a bit windy up here, but it's quite the nice view. Have a look. Yeah, nice view from up here, but I'm gonna make my way back down, have a quick look at the structure, hike up to the other side, and then head back out on the road. Cool to think that this is like an ancient village, you know, ancient settlement. You can still see the shape of, you know, some of the huts or cabins or, you know, shelters, what they would be. Have a quick look at this one here to get an idea of the size of it, but then have a look at this larger one in the middle here. You know, for me, it's hard to know. I imagine archaeologists would probably be able to tell me, but you know, whether this was, you know, a house of someone important being in the center, or maybe it was a center point where everyone gathered. But it's definitely built up better. It's got, you know, a more interesting entryway, and again, whether or not they were all like this, but this one seems to definitely have a bit more you know, substance to it. So just out of curiosity, I was wondering if the building was positioned a certain way and the doorway is pointed direct due south. You know, like really it couldn't be any more off or any more accurate. It's pointing south, so. Okay, so let's head over to the other hill, check it out before we leave. So yeah, quite cool, incredible view. Now that I'm up here, it's cool because this is actually natural formation. You know, the squareness of the rocks, the way they're placed naturally. It looks like it was once a castle, but yeah, it's a natural formation. So, you know, unless it wasn't at one stage, but it's quite cool being a natural formation, if it's a natural formation. Like, look at this, for example, just down here below me. You know, there's some symmetry involved in here, which is quite cool, you know? old village or settlement right next door. It just makes my imagination wonder what was going on up here. Who knows, maybe this was like mined or chipped away. Maybe it had some importance. Maybe it is a natural rock formation that maybe they shaped to some degree. I don't know. And yeah, it's probably just mostly my imagination. All right, well, after a few hours drive, I've made it to Lands End. So being here in Lands End is quite cool for me for a couple reasons. The first is that it was only, well, less than a month ago that I was in Finisterre, the end of the world, when finishing the Camino de Santiago. The other reason is that like 6 months ago I was in Nova Scotia, looking out over the ocean, imagining what it might be like to be on this side of the ocean looking back. And this is what it looks like. My time's almost up here in the UK, and I need to say that I've really enjoyed it. I've spent some time exploring London, headed over to Norfolk and connected with Simon, bloke in the woods. Together we went to North Wales, had a camp, hiked through the mountains, and now today I've traveled through Exmouth, Dartmoor to Lands End. This might be a good place to end this story, this journey. It's been really great to come here and see some of the UK, see some of the history of the country, my family history. See the land where my father was born, where my grandparents are from. Yeah. Part of me is sorry that I never visited here sooner, but now that I've been here, I know there's a lot more for me to see and how incredible the country is. I know I'm going to come back.